Yo, my people, them CFC, Realist Blue, back with another video, and this is a Chelsea news update. And we got some interesting topics as always. Estavio Willian, Thiago Silva, Hakim Ziyech, Kepa Aarizabalaga, as well as Armando Broja. So I hope you guys enjoy this news update, and if you're new, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any new Chelsea content from me. And I hope you guys have an enjoyable Tuesday. Thank you for your support. Help me get 900 subscribers as soon as possible. But now, let's get into the news. Let's start off with Estavio Willian. And this is the news that came out today. So, Chelsea are confident of completing the transfer of Estavio Willian. That was reported by Liam Twomey. And it goes on further to say the Brazil Youth International has a release clause in its contract, and Palmeiras are prepared to accept an initial amount of around 30 million euros, that's about 26 million pounds, plus a variable figure of performance based add ons. His Palmeiras contract runs until 2026. And then after that, this also came out. Chelsea have a scout based in Brazil who has followed the winger closely, while other club representatives have travelled to Brazil to watch him play and lay the groundwork. So that's the news on Estavio Willian, and these are the clips from him. This guy, he is a cold Brazilian, probably the next one up after Endrick. And for him to be still about 15, 16 years old and he's still doing these things, like look at his ball control, look at his dribbling, shooting, bring others into game. Like this, a guy that has the full package. He is a right winger, but most than likely can play on the left. He could play as cam. Like once he gets to 18 and onwards, his levels are going to be so peak. And we already know the history about South American players, just not Brazilians in general, but South Americans. Most of these guys go on to be some of the best players in the world if they are developed correctly. And Estavio Willian, he reminds man of someone like a Ronaldinho, someone that's so skillful, a Neymar even, someone that's so skillful, can take on players, can score wonder goals. Like, just look at the highlights. This guy is an absolute baller. And for Chelsea to be linked with him, I know I've been saying that we need to sign experienced guys, yeah? But a guy like him, a young talent like him, Estavio Willian, can't miss out on him. Can't. And when we know that he's going to be like around 30 million, maybe to even 40 million, that might need to buy him, then for me, guys like this we can't even let go, because other teams like a Real Madrid or a Barcelona will come in for a guy like him. And we've already seen when they've bought youngsters, they've already bought Endrick, they have Vinicius Jr. Like when they've brought young talents from a young age, they've gone on to do wonder things. Even Lionel Messi was brought into Barcelona at a young age and went on to do wonder things. Like he has the nickname Senior. That's Estavio Willian. Like these guys, can't really risk them going to other teams, even if they don't work out for Chelsea. Personally speaking, like even if they don't work out, then end of the day we could eventually sell him on. But I don't feel like a talent like him is going to be withered away unless there's a good amount of injuries that happen to him. He has the same trajectory as like a Kendry Pires, two guys that can develop into being the future of some of the best players in the world in a couple years' time. So for me, Stavio Willian, bro, come to Chelsea, please. Come to Chelsea. You guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this. And yeah, man, now we're going to move on to the next topic. And this is in regards to Thiago Silva. And we already know that Thiago Silva will be leaving Chelsea at the end of the season, but it's now official. Thiago Silva will depart after our final game of the Premier League season against Bournemouth at Stamford Bridge and rejoin Brazilian club Fluminense, and that's the team that he first started playing for. I'd like to say thank you, Thiago Silva, for everything that you have done. You are a club legend in my books. Champions League winner, Super Cup, Club World Cup, a free transfer. Bearing in mind, we never paid any money for Thiago Silva. Bearing in mind that. And look at what he's done. He's arguably been one of the best centre backs in the Premier League since he's been here. 39 years old. Age is like fine wine. Someone like a Pepe, bro. Like these guys are elite centre backs. And I just have to say thank you again for Thiago Silva to come in to Chelsea Football Club, because where would we be without you? Even when we think of last season when he was our best player of the season last year, where would we be without him? Our season was already terrible, and him doing his thing saved it from being even more disastrous. But that was then. And now this is now. Like I said, in the final game against Bournemouth, he will be probably get given the captain armband, the right thing to do. It's just sad to know that we can't let him leave Chelsea without a trophy. That's just the most jarring thing. He can't leave with a trophy. That's what's jarring. But at the end of the day, he's won more than enough. He won the biggest trophy at Stamford Bridge. And hopefully he will come back to Chelsea one day as like a trainer, a coach, a manager, whichever one, because he did state in his farewell that he does want to come back to Chelsea in some capacity in the future. So I look forward to seeing Thiago back, and I just hope that you have a good time with Fluminense in Brazil. You deserve it. And yeah, man, forever a Chelsea legend in my books. But yeah, man, that's the news on Thiago Silva. You guys let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Now we're going to go on to the next topic, which is Hakim Ziyech. It's reported by Fabrizio Romano. So it says, I'm hearing Hakim Ziyech's move to Galatasaray will become permanent. And Chelsea considers this done, and he's not one of their players moving forward. So, as you would have already known, Hakim Ziyech went to Galatasaray on loan from the start of the season, and it's going to become permanent, as we've already stated. Like Hakim Ziyech's time here, won a Champions League, Super Cup, Club World Cup, but after last season, nothing went well. Ever since this new board came in, he hasn't been regular for us. He's not been one of the first names on the team sheet or anything like that. So it's just going to be time for him to move on. And it's unfortunate because I do wish that he would have been playing a major part in this team for when he came here, because he has so much creativity. But due to the system that we've been playing, it just doesn't suit him. And we don't get the best out of him. So it's better for him to leave. And he can look back at his time at Chelsea with fond memories. Like we said, Champions League, Club World Cup, Super Cup, those are great times. So he needs to just obviously be happy for them like we will be. And yeah, man, good luck with Galatasaray and all your future endeavors. My bro Hakim Ziyech, Assalamu alaikum, my Muslim brother. But yeah, man, that's the news on Hakim Ziyech. Now, we're going to turn our attention to the next one, and this is Kepa Aarizabalaga. And this what's been said. Kepa will return to Chelsea, but Chelsea will try to make some profit with him, and he will be made available for a transfer this summer. And that is the right thing to do. Kepa does not belong at Chelsea Football Club. Nope, nope, nope. We never even should have bought him for 73 million, but we were like, we had no choice. Courtois had left that summer. We had to get a keeper in. That release clause had to get him. And honestly, we made him the most expensive keeper, and it's just one of the worst moves. He is a guy that couldn't help us win the Champions League. Like, he might have played like one game or so, but he never would have been the keeper to take us to that title. That was Edouard Mendy. Him, he can't even be a Premier League winning goalkeeper, in my opinion. Like, the way he just gets packed from so far out. Like, the fact that we paid 73 million for him is an absolute joke. But it is what it is. Last season he did play well, in probably his best season for us, but we finished 12th. So it's like, a guy like him, he can't really be one of the best when all of our players are doing the best. He has to be one of the best when all of our players are more time just doing rubbish. So for me, it's the right thing to allow him to leave. He wanted to go to Real Madrid, but Real Madrid said, no, we don't want you. So now we have to find a new club for him, and hopefully someone comes in for Kepa, because I really don't want to see him in goal next season or even in the squad. So yeah, man, that's just my thoughts and opinions on Kepa Aarizabalaga as well as the news. You guys let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Now it's on to the next topic, and it's the final one. So Armando Broja will return to Chelsea. and there are already several Premier League clubs interested in him, plus some from abroad. He has good chances of leaving on a permanent transfer, as reported by Fabrizio Romano. And hey man, he's going to be coming back from Fulham after his loan has ended, and more than likely he won't be here for the future. We have Nicholas Jackson already, and in the summer we're planning to buy another striker, so it only makes sense to sell Armando Broja, even though I wish he could have got more chances, but after that ACL injury, he just hasn't looked the same as he was previously at like a Southampton and such. So I do feel like this will be the best decision. Get some money in for him. He is a Cobham graduate, so it will be pure profit. He can't fit into the squad, so it is the best option for him to eventually leave on a permanent transfer. Hopefully, he can go to a top European team and like that's playing like the Champions League or Europa League, or he can go to a Premier League team that's above mid-table kind of thing. I do believe that he can still become a good player. He has many years until he hits his prime, but it's just not going to be here at Chelsea Football Club, unfortunately. But we have to wait and see. If he does get sold in the summer, we just have to wait and see. But and man, that's just going to be it from me regarding this Chelsea news update. Thank you to everyone who got this far. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Facebook for more Chelsea content. I'm CFC Redis Blue, and I'm out. Peace. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea.